I haven't written my journal for a while. Definitely not since the bombs dropped. Life hasn't been good since then. At first, I thought I was lucky I survived, but I'm really not. I mean, the only reason I did live was because Manny conducted a satanic ritual one night that made the house indestructible. Also, he was out when the bombs dropped with Mom and Dad, and Roderick was performing with his band at the mall, so yeah. So it's just me, and my lifestyle is not one that shouldn't be supervised. Actually, this isn't true. I'm not completely alone. My cousin Benji is here too. I was babysitting him when the bombs dropped. That's why I wasn't out with the rest. I just wanted the money, and if I had known I'd be alone with him for what will probably end up being the rest of my life, I wouldn't have accepted that offer, and honestly, I don't even know why I've decided to end everything yet. I mean, I guess part of me hopes that I'll be rescued. The dumbest part of me, that is. Anyways, the worst thing happened to me today. You see, I was playing Twisted Wizard and I was about to beat the final boss on the most challenging difficulty. But I died at the last second. I got so angry that I threw my control at my wall as hard as I could. However, that ended up destroying the controller, so now I've lost one of my main direct sources of entertainment. Cable got shut off 2 days ago, so now I've got my phone and books to keep me busy. Though I'm running out of books because we ran out of toilet paper the other day, so Benji and I had to use the pages from the books. Wednesday. I had a dream last night that I wish didn't end. Honestly, I wish I didn't wake up every morning, but this morning was different because of the dream. You see, I dreamt that life was normal and that the bombs hadn't dropped. I ate breakfast with my family and walked to school with Rally. When we got there was someone with a gun. I noticed and beat them up, and everyone cheered for me, and I became the most popular kid in school. I even got a cool new nickname, Jolly Greg. Life was looking good for me. The school had an assembly to congratulate me on stopping the guy with the gun, and when it was over, they sent everyone home early. But then, I got invited to a party by Jordan Jury himself, and his parties are wild, so I accepted immediately. I went to that party after dinner, and it was amazing. It was my first boy and girl party, and it was a great experience. I hung out with the most popular kids in the school, and eventually I saw Holly Hills dancing for friends. Eventually, she split from the group to get a snack, and I managed to sneak out of a crowd of people partying around me and went over to talk to her. We chatted for a while, and not long after, she confessed that she had a crush on me. Oh, I was completely shocked. It was the best moment of my life, and then I woke up. I was so sad and angry and surprised at the same time. The best experience of my life was me dreaming. I'll never feel good again. But I have no choice but to live the way I have been living the past month until I ran out of food and starved to death. Oh yeah, speaking of food, I'm gonna go have breakfast. Friday. I just woke up after being knocked out since Wednesday morning, and as I went down to the kitchen for breakfast, I saw Benji walking up to the attic. He sleeps up there during the day and only ever comes out at night. Yeah, he went completely nocturnal only a couple of days after the bombs dropped. He thinks that there's less radiation during the day, and I think he's a pretty dumb baby. Though, he says some pretty smart things sometimes.
When it sucks.
Anyways, when I got to the kitchen, I'm pretty sure I slipped on a puddle of water and hit my head on the floor, and I've been knocked out cold ever since. I then woke up during the middle of the night and I walked into the living room and saw Benji sitting on a couch reading a book. Now, I got mad for 2 reasons. 1, because he has been keeping that book from me so that it isn't used as toilet paper. And 2, because it was his fault the water may have been there. Though, he told me that there was no water on the ground. He said I must have tripped on my own feet and imagined the water was there. Now, I was pretty mad at first because I thought he was trying to talk nonsense. But then, I started thinking that he could be right. I mean, I haven't even been imagining the water after hitting my head because I hit it really hard. No! That's insane! There's no way I imagined slipping on water, right? No, it must have been there, right? But he's tricking me! He's purposely making me feel insane! Wait, no, I should have written those things. Maybe he's not doing that. Maybe something is wrong with me. I don't know. I feel like I don't even trust my thoughts anymore. Saturday. I went to bed after talking to Benji last night. My head still hurt then, and it still does now. Just a bit less. Though I still heard a strange sound in my head. But that just must be my brain rattling my skull because I'm a dumbass. I really decided to go for a walk outside all the radiation. I was out there for about an hour when I looked down and saw some of my flesh, my skin falling right off me. I then ran home immediately and a warm shower because I thought it'd wash out the radiation, but it just made me go through a whole more pain. I seriously think my mental health is depleting. I mean, first I thought it was a puddle on the kitchen floor, and it wasn't. Now it is. I think I'm going to lie on the couch for a bit. I need to rest. Okay, update. Ben just woke me up from my comfortable sleep on the couch by yelling at me to get off so he can go on and read because I guess it's the only house where he can read. You know what? I seriously thought about drop kicking him outside into all the radiation and locking the door. But that'd be a dick move. So, you better not be pushing my buttons. Anyways, it's late now, so I'm going to sleep in my bed. And not be woken up by a stupid baby this time. Sunday. Last night I dreamt about going for a bike ride. The weather was beautiful, the birds were chirping, the people were out on their lawns. Everything was perfect. Then, when I woke up, I decided that I would go for a bike ride. So I went over to my garage to get my bike, but I didn't realize how bad of an idea it was until I was about to open the garage door. What am I doing? It's radiation out there. Am I losing my mind? No, surely not, right? No, it's probably from when I tripped in the kitchen. Yeah, I hit my head really bad that day. Yeah, that's why. Okay, update. It'd been a couple of hours since I was in the garage, and I still had an urge to ride my bike, even though I knew I couldn't do that outside. So, instead of going out and ride my bike, I rode it inside. I brought it out from the garage and rode it all around the rooms on my main floor, and boy, did I make a mess. But I didn't care. Benji could just clean it up. I mean, it's really his fault it's there in the first place. If he was awake, he could have made sure I didn't make a mess inside. Man, I hate that kid. He caused so much trouble in my life. I would be happier without him. Okay, another update. I nearly just killed Benji. I can't believe it. I came so close to stabbing him to death in his sleep. After I'm writing in my journal, I decided enough was enough and grabbed a kitchen knife and walked up to the attic. I stood over Benji, ready to plunge the knife into his flesh while he slept for over an hour. I just stood there, waiting for myself to kill him. Eventually, I realized what I was doing and freaked out. I'm still freaked out. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I'm a danger Benji, my own baby cousin. I'm crazy. I'm a monster. sleep. It's only 3 p.m., but I don't care. I need to sleep. Monday. When I went downstairs for breakfast this morning, the house was still a mess. It's still a mess right now. And even worse, Benji left a note in the fridge saying that I have to clean up by myself. The nerve of that guy. It's really his fault it's there in the first place, and he wants me to deal with it? Maybe I should have killed him yesterday. Now, I didn't want to hang around the main floor where the mess was, so I went down to the basement, and it was really flooded, which I didn't know because I hadn't been down there in ages. Oh, it was good that the water was there. I mean, I hadn't had a shower since I went outside, so I was starting to smell pretty bad. So, I took a bath in the water that was flowing in the basement, and when I got out, my skin was burning! So I went back in so that it wouldn't hurt so much. However, that didn't work, so I swam over Roger's old bedroom, and his mattress was floating, so I clung onto it to get out of the water for a bit. And while I was there, I found a strange thing that looked like a patch. So I decided to eat it because, I was hungry, and it looked almost edible. Then I swam back to the stairs, got dressed, and left the basement. Though I started to feel weird while writing all this. I don't know why. Tuesday. Well, it turns out that what I ate yesterday was an LSD patch, so I had a crazy hallucination. I was walking to school with Rowley. We talked about Twisted Wizard on the way there. So when we got to school, no one was there. It was just us. Then we heard a bunch of people talking in the auditorium. And when we went in, the whole school was there, and it was as cold as winter day. There were sleeping bags laid across the floor, and everyone was in one. So I also went to one and laid down for a bit. Then a teacher told us that there were bombs incoming, and that we would be safe if we hid underneath the sleeping bags. And everyone hid in their sleeping bags at the exact same time, except for me. I looked up. There was no roof in the auditorium, just a sky. I saw the bombs hit about a mile away from us. I heard the loudest sound ever, and then it all went black. I then woke up in the middle of the night in the bathroom. Benji was banging on the door, insisting I let him in. I then opened the door, picked him up, and pinned him against the wall. I got really mad that he woke me up because he could have just used the bathroom downstairs. But then, he reminded me that there's a mutated fish living in the toilet downstairs. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about it. I guess it was a good thing Benji reminded me. Still, I was fuming, so I threw him onto the ground and stormed into my bedroom. I slammed the door so hard that I heard the drywall crack, and now I'm going back to sleep. Hopefully, that bitch Benji doesn't wake me up yet again. Wednesday. When I woke up, I decided I wanted to put on some clean clothes for once. But when I took a look at my closet, there was none. I decided to leave my dirty clothes in the water in the basement for a while, then be clean in a couple of hours. So, I wore toilet paper today that I found in the basement. Wow, I wonder how it'd be if I wore this to school. So, I went to school in toilet paper today. It was just a normal day. I fell asleep in math class. My teacher woke me up and got mad, but that was okay. Albert Sandy gave me his notes at the end of class so that I didn't fail. He's a nice guy and a good friend. There was a riot at lunch. Those happen almost every day at Westmore, so they aren't big news anymore. After school, I walked back home with Rowley. It was a normal day. No, wait, no it wasn't. None of that happened, did it? No, none of that was real. Rowley's gone, everyone's gone. Oh my god, no, I am losing my mind, I am losing my mind. Thursday. Today I decided to make a YouTube video. I will get millions and billions of views, and I will be the #1 YouTuber. I will be rich and famous, and I will have lots of friends. I filmed myself dancing at Daft Punk for an hour and uploaded it. Only a few minutes later, I got a comment on a video. It was from someone named the World Health Organization, or WHO for short. He talked about the bombings. Yeah, he talked about how they thought everyone in Plainview died. My family died. My friends died. Wait, oh God! Everyone died! What? Why are they dead? Oh God! When did they die? Am I alone? How long have I been like this? I don't want to die. Oh God, I don't want them to die. I still have so much life to live. So many memories of making people afraid. I still have so much I haven't done. No, I don't want to die. Who has to help me out? He has to come to Plainview rescue me. Please, please. I need help. I need help. Who didn't say that? He would send an evacuation team to my location. I had said where I lived in the video so that a talent agent could contact me. So maybe who is a talent agent? I guess I'll have to find out. I then thanked Who for watching my video. It was nice of Who to watch my video. Who seems like a nice guy. His drawing of me thanking Who. Friday. Well, I've gone and done it. I've killed Benji. It all started yesterday when I went up to the attic while he slept. I woke him up in front of him, but the fact that he hadn't cleaned up the main floor yet from when he rode a bike in it. No, wait, I rode a bike in it because of him, or did he? Never mind. Anyways, he all defensive and called me insane for some reason. Yeah, it turns out Benji said he purposely spilled water on the floor of the kitchen, and he said he told me that there was no water to see if I'd believe him. Greg, you're crazy. He was mean to me, so I picked him up and drop kicked him out of the window. I hoped that would be the last I ever saw him, but he landed on the balcony below and went to my parents' room. What was he thinking? He may have waked them up. So I ran to my parents' bedroom to make sure that he didn't disturb them. But then he hit me in the head with a lamp and I was out cold. I then woke up hours later in the basement stairs. He must have tried to push me down, but I didn't go all the way to the water. I then got up and kicked the door down. He was sitting at the kitchen table with a knife, probably keeping watch of the door. Though, unfortunately for him, he had fallen asleep. So I grabbed the knife from his hands and stabbed him while he slept. He then woke up. I stabbed him more and more. For hours and hours, I stabbed him over and over again, over and over, until he was nothing. Then, after that, I went out to go for a walk. I am still on a walk. It is beautiful outside. Pretty warm, but not too warm. Anyways, I think I'm gonna stop writing for now. The skin on my hand is starting to fall off, and I don't want to muck up the pages. So, I'll write again soon! World Health Organization, Sunday, August 8th, 2020. Object, Journal. Owner of Object, Gregory Heffley. Status, deceased. Object status, contained and undergoing tests.